Rumor has it that the San Francisco 49ers have the easiest strength of schedule headed into the 2025 season. On today's episode of The BAM Show, myself, my brother Mike, we are going to look at those opponents once again. Mike, are you ready?
You damn right.
Smash that like button, y'all. What's going on, 49er faithful? The BAM Show is back. It's Monday with the BAM edition. It's your boy Breezy, my man Mike M.A., A.K. Ma. What's going on, bro? I be coming off the top, man. Bro. It's straight off dome. Pause.
No, everything is good, man. It's been a long weekend, man. Went out to bingo with the wife and my mom,
and that's why I said M.A. Ma. I saw the post. Now, see what was about to happen. I was gonna say, Mike, how you gonna hang out with a Cowboy fan? Now, listen, I know I didn't want to get cursed out, not by you, but by mom. Like, right? Like,
yeah. Mom Duke she would have been like, "Wait, what's the problem? What you trying to say?"
Exactly. I saw the smiles, so I left it alone. But my fingers did type a message. Luckily, I could hit the backspace delete button at the same time.
But yeah, no, it was a good weekend though, man. You know, we went out. They won some bags and stuff like that, some giveaways. None of us actually got the Yale bingo. I hate that. Like when I go, I'm aggressive. I want to win. Like
that's a tough one. That's a tough game to play amongst a lot of people, because
it was a lot of people there too. Like it was dope though. Like because we were there for like 6 hours, right? So
that's too long.
Sandwiches.
Nah,
it was like a 12 to 6 thing. It was fun.
That's long. That's my fast. That sounds like my fast.
Yeah, like so we were killing it. Then we had a birthday party to go to after, some good boxing wasn't actually that good, but there was good big names in boxing that were on this weekend. So everything was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. How was your weekend though? You do anything interesting?
Yeah, man, it's great. Man, it's great. And I don't know if you remember, I got to get my bathroom done. So your boy has been. I'm a hustler, baby. I don't know how I want to go into it. If I want to go to 50 Cent version or if I want to go Jay-Z version. You know, if you guys watch Power, that's one of his theme song music. I don't know if they into that, but yeah, I've been out here working.
Needs the air.
Yeah, okay.
I won't burn unless you're there. Bro, that hustle ambition. Ooh,
you can't tell me that joint not fire. Yo, 50 make
America got a thing for this game. Oh, stop, bro. I'm sorry.
He got some dope intros, right? You know he do them all too, right? Like I mean, unless he got Joe singing on the hook, which is
right.
You know, but anyway, so yeah, man, I've been out here grinding, man, because I realized the bathrooms aren't cheap. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so yeah, that's why I kind of like take a break. Plus, I like to reset. Unless anything really breaks for us, like I don't really go live or do anything, man, for the weekends, man, because I'm really out there working, man. Whether it's a wedding, private party, it was the Kentucky Derby this past weekend. So
and it's Cinco de Mayo now. So
today, happy Cinco de Mayo Day, man. You know. And so for the Kentucky Derby, I had to play at an alpha event. You know what I'm saying? So they did a party and they threw for the Kentucky Derby. It was kind of cool. Everybody came dressed up in their Kentucky Derby clothing. And Kentucky 151. I think this is the 151st Derby, I guess. That's why they called it 151.
Right.
Or they were talking about Bacardi. Either way, you know what I'm saying? It was 151 proof. Like, you know what I mean? So that was my weekend.
I saw a post that said every horse running is a descendant of the Secretarian.
That's dope. So that horse, Secretarian, is the name of the horse? It bred that many horses?
Oh, that's all they did was breed them, bro. Like they just
bro,
kept
we need to get into breeding because that's where the money is.
Yeah, like that. They set up for life. Like that. He. I don't know if you remember. They did this thing. This was years ago. Like athletes that made the most money in a single year. He was in first place. He beat out Shaq.
Dang.
Like he beat out Shaq that year. So it was pretty dope to see it. Like it was because of the cost to breed. Like so that's where he got his money. That's how he made his money. Even though he wasn't like. So it was pretty cool to see, man.
That's what's up. Listen, man, shout out to my bro John. John's over interviewing 49ers fourth round draft pick CJ West on his channel now. Congrats, man. That's what's up, man. But don't leave here to go watch him. So you go watch him after. Yeah. Like I shouted him out. Yeah.
Nah, you did the right thing, and you know you kept it breezy too. I like.
Oh,
that.
I gotta keep it breezy, bro. Like I don't know how to do it any other way. Like you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But Mike, so you know, earlier today on the Wayne Breezy show, I talked about the George Kittle stuff, the trade rumor that possibly went down. And I gotta ask you before we jump into today's topic, would you have traded George Kittle for a second round pick? Just curious. You know his age. You know everything about George Kittle by this time.
I wouldn't have, because the Niners struggle the most to fill that role. And so if your team can't scout and can't develop those tight ends the right way, there's no way I'm just letting that walk out. Like a second round pick sounds great for an aging tight end, right? Great. But it is a clear blind spot in this scouting community, in this coaching community. So
they can't develop tight ends,
here
bro. We just
all.
can't develop them. Like,
At all.
But that's the thing, yo. How did we develop George Kittle? Or did a bunch of teams, including the 49ers in 4 other rounds, like miss on him, yo? Because he did come in scrawny. I mean, just keep it a buck. Like he came in looking like Steve Rogers before Captain America.
That's funny. That is funny. Because when y'all watch that movie, I'll be trying to figure out which one is the AI. Is it the big buff one or is it the little tiny one? Like, I'll be trying
had to be the little tiny one, right? Because he's really bigger than Paul's. You know what I'm saying? He's buffer than that. I gotta watch the words.
It's cool.
You know, he's buffer than that. Chris Evans, is that his name? Can't think of his name. Okay,
yeah, I think that is his name.
Because he was the Human Torch, Johnny Flame, and Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's right. He was in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
they did like 4 different Fantastic Four movies,
and they're doing a new one, and it's supposed to be great. Like it's supposed to be really good.
Wait, but there's something controversial about this one, right?
Probably.
The silver? No, it's not that. Silver Surfer is a woman. That's the controversy. In the next thing.
Silver Surfer is a woman? I never knew that Silver Surfer was a woman.
Well,
you mean in the comic book? I mean, you mean in the movie? Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Saying it's supposed to be a woman.
Okay, I support it. You know, but that's gonna be weird because Silver Surfer had a flat.
Yeah. Yep. I know where you're going with it.
Okay.
But apparently there was a moment in the history, in the comics for like a second where it was a woman. So
they found that one little moment.
Yeah. I mean, now if you're a comic nerd, right, and you know what that storyline is, maybe
let us know.
Start leaking some information about.
Well, leak it to us. We'll leak the information and we'll give you credit, just like I did John. No, I don't have a problem. Just make sure you get it. You know what I'm saying, from here. Nah, let me stop capping. Nah, I'm being for real. All right, so Mike, let's talk about the strength of schedule for the 49ers because there was a tweet that went out a little bit earlier today from Warren Sharp. All right, Warren, did I say his name right? Because I feel like
Warren Sharp.
I'd be wanting to say whenever okay, let me ask you this question, Mike. Whenever you say the first name Warren, what's the first last name do you associate? Sapp, right? Right. I'm trying to think of another Warren.
Well, I have an uncle, rest in peace, named Warren. So his last name is different, but yeah. It's not a lot of Warrens though. You don't know of a lot of Warrens.
Right. So the first how can we miss this one? Yo, yeah. Kenny. You should all right, I'll tell you what, Kenny.
Warren Buffett, look at him.
I deserve a slap because this should have been the first Warren, but the one I felt like the most impactful Warren and coming out of the NFL was Sapp though. Like, I mean, Warren Moon was great. I wasn't thinking of Buffett. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in football mode. Sorry. But Warren Sharp put out this, and he has Sharp Football. We'll go to his website. We'll take a look at it. But 5 easiest schedules: 49ers, Patriots, Saints, Falcons, Bills. Hardest schedules: Vikings, Eagles, Lions, Browns, Giants, right? And so, like, I know we don't have the schedule. We'll do that next week. The schedule releases next week. But let's just remind the faithful, these are our opponents, home and away. We already know who we going to play twice a year. And you know what, Mike? I want to do today, can we look at the 3 opponents in our division and see who had the best draft?
Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. I already.
Okay.
I'm leaning Seahawks already because they got my favorite tight end. Just so y'all know,
Bro, they got so. Oh, and so on today's show, while you get that up and get that information, you do the Seahawks, I'll do the Rams, and then we'll come up with the Cardinals, I guess. But
I'm pulling them up also.
you go first. Mike, so on the show earlier, guys, make sure you check out the Wayne Breezy show earlier. Support me on that Wayne Breezy show. I'll be by myself. Nah, I mean, I'll be nervous, and y'all don't be watching it. What's up with that? Nah, I'm just playing. But the reason why I thought that the Niners declined the trade is because the only 2 teams that called the 49ers were the Seahawks and the Rams. They're the only 2 teams that drafted tight ends in the second round. They went Terrence Ferguson and your boy Elijah Arroyo.
Has it been confirmed that this call even existed, or is this still?
Nah, it hasn't been. But I'm just Mike. Come on, man. Like, let's
No,
just.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Come on, Mike. We trying to be good on the show, man. For a change,
Nice. You're right.
no, we just for a change. You know what I'm saying? Every 3 episodes, be good. You know.
Okay.
This starts the good one.
I'm definitely going to be better at that because, yeah, I got to be nicer to her.
All right, so you got the Seahawks, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me know what their draft was like, because I don't really
right.
care. Like,
So, first round, by the way, they took the top center / guard in the entire draft on every mock draft I saw, and Gray Zabel, North Dakota State guard, pick number 18. So that's already somebody that Niners were probably looking at before, like, oh, Niners really like this guy, right? Like
but when I talked about drafting him, everybody was like, "No, he's not worth the first round pick." No, I was like, "Okay, okay."
Yeah, see, and that's what happens when people do mock drafts and guards and centers don't come off until the 5th round. They think that you can just ignore them all draft. That's not how it works, though. The best go early. That's just how it is.
All right, keep going.
The next pick, you're gonna really like this one. Safety from South Carolina, Nick Emanwari. Wayne,
Mike,
I heard you say this man's name so many times. I thought he was a family member. Like, I was going to ask you if he was related to you.
Like, how did we let him go to the op? This motherfucker could have went to 30 other teams. 29, 30. I'm right? And he goes to the op. He goes to Seattle. Like, dang. Keep going, bro. I don't even want to address that one.
All right. We're going to keep it pushing here because this is just hurt my feelings, man. Another round 2 pick. My favorite tight end from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. Now, this guy is – I ain't even going to do it no more. He's a pass catcher, route running 4-5 guy. Like, this guy is good. He's good. So, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. 3rd round pick, number 92, Jalen Milroe, the quarterback from Alabama. All right. And then they went to Notre Dame defensive end. Can you still hear me? Wayne? Oh, okay. All right, my bad. Then they went to number 142, Riley Mills, defensive end from Notre Dame. Pick 166, Torrey Horton, wide receiver from
Colorado State.
I'm surprised by that pick a little bit.
Why is that?
In the 5th round, I mean, go for it. He's got the speed. Like, this is just the guy out there.
He's big, too.
He's
big. He's tall kid,
6'3",
too.
4'4", yeah. They're trying to replace DK, I think.
Coming off the, I think, ACL. Coming off an ACL injury. So we'll see how that pans out for him. But that's a good pick. And that's late. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then they went fullback. Alabama. Robbie Outs.
Dummies.
Robbie Outs.
So now everybody want to do what we doing. I got you. All right, keep going.
And then they have a few more picks here. They did the guard from Kansas, Bryce Cabadabalu.
Okay.
Cabledew. It's
okay.
Cabledew.
It's whatever you say it is.
They went running back at 223 from Miami, Damian Martinez.
Damn, they got Damian? That's a big back.
They got Damian. They got Damian. This dude's 6 foot, 217 pounds. Yeah, like
I see what they're doing though, because what happened was Kenneth Edwards. Is that his name? Do I say his name wrong on time? Kenneth
Walker.
Kenneth Walker. And then who the hell is Kenneth Edwards? Kenneth Walker the fourth.
They got Zach Charbonnet.
And Zach Charbonnet would get eaten up by the 49ers line now. Like that's why. Like those dudes, they're first of all, Walker always stay hurt. And then like Charbonnet is not that powerful back. So they went and got a big powerful back. I like it. Okay, keep going.
Right. Let me see here. Then they did offensive tackle from Iowa, Mason Richmond.
Okay.
All right. Then they went wide receiver from UNLV, Ricky White III.
They got Ricky White too.
They got Ricky White.
These
III,
mother.
I think he dropped a lot with that 4.61 combine.
Yeah, but that kid is
his pro day. He went a 4.4. I don't know.
He's a route running guy. Oh, that's nice though. That kind of replaces the Tyler Lockett.
And they got the Tyler Lockett replacement, and
they got Cooper Kupp too. Don't forget
Metcalf
that
replacement.
Oh.
And they got the DK Metcalf replacement.
And they signed Cooper Kupp too. Like, just want to put that out there. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got some size. He ain't no speed, but he's got some size.
He'll work the lateral
Middle of the
portions.
field. Yeah. So far, I really, really like they draft.
I'm not gonna lie.
Face value.
Face value, what you give it though?
Face value, I give their draft a B. That's a solid B.
Oh, that's kind of low.
What? B
Yeah.
plus. I'm not giving them an A because they're a division opponent.
Nah, man, that's an A- draft, bro. Nah, bump that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's an A- draft, bro. They arguably got the best safety in the draft in round 2. Like, in my opinion, and that's not a bias, but they arguably got the best safety, especially, and he's gonna be playing under what's his name? Ben. What's their coach name? Ben McDonald, right? They're gonna be playing. He likes those safeties. You got to think about how he used those guys in Baltimore, like, you know what I'm saying, with Kyle Hamilton and stuff like that. So now he's got the big safety, the big powerful safety. That right there. And then they got some solid wide receivers. Now you got to see if they pan out for sure. That's one thing. Like the running back. Can't believe Damian Martinez was a 7th round pick. Wow, what a steal. All right. Yeah. I think they should have addressed the offensive line a little bit better. So that might work in our favor.
They went there right away. That was their first pick.
Oh, they got Gray Zabel.
Yeah, that was their first pick, first round.
You're right. Like Mike McDonald. Why call him Ben McDonald? Ben.
You talking about their defensive coordinator or coach? I mean, now
their coach.
Listen, he turned Kyle Hamilton into a monster. So
that's what I meant.
He gonna come here and do another with Nicky Manwari. So
yeah, he's got a versatile, speedy safety. Look, we got to play them twice, so they had to get better, and they did. Let's go to the Rams, Mike. Who you got pulled up next?
I could pull up the Rams.
I got the Rams right here. So the Rams had 8 picks in the draft. You get the Cardinals. All right, and we'll grade them. Their first pick in the draft was Terrence Ferguson, tight end out of Oregon. They got him in the 2nd round. All right, then they got Josiah Stewart, one of my favorite edge rushers or outside linebackers, in round 3. They got running back Jarquez Hunter out of Auburn in round 4. They got Ty Hamilton, defensive lineman from your school, The Ohio State, in the 5th round. And they got one of my favorite linebackers. So how is it that my favorite players ended up on the ops? Did I do my team a disservice or something? They got Chris Paul Jr. in round 5. And in round 7, I know people. This is how I know people are watching what I do on this channel. I'm gonna tell you how I know. Mike, ask me how I know.
How you know, Wayne? How you know they be watching?
Because the Rams in round 7 drafted a wide receiver that ain't nobody talk about this wide receiver. Nobody. Look at my eyes. His name is, I don't even know how to say his name right, but I'm gonna call him Kanate Mumpfield out of Pitt. Nobody talked about this dude. I mock drafted him at least 6 times toward the ending of my mock draft. So for 6 versions, you were getting this kid. Why? Because I like his ability to run routes and be able to get open. 7th round pick, all right? And they drafted him, and he went to the op like all the other teams. So I can tell you somebody from the Rams and the Seahawks are watching this channel. That's their draft. Overall, man, what would you give their draft, man?
That's a C.
Yeah. Well, I'm C. I'm a C with you. I don't. They've added depth. They added depth at the tight end position. They added depth at the outside linebacking position or edge. They added depth at the running back position. So they might have their 1-2 punch because Hunter's a bigger running back, right? Compared to Kyle Williams. Defensive line, Ty Hamilton, big guy up front, stop the run. But I do love the Chris Paul Jr. and they need linebacker. I feel like the Rams struggle with linebacking. And I think that right there might be their best pick in this draft. So,
yeah.
We both gave it a C. Oh, snap. We are in agreement. All right.
That don't never happen.
Never, ever happen. Let's go to the Cardinals. Let's see if they've been watching this podcast as well.
Okay. Well, they just start right out the gate. Walter Nolan. I mean, they went right there, so we already know what that's going to be. Oh, and if y'all thought it was a Wayne favor, check this one out.
Listen, man.
Will Johnson.
These
Come on,
motherfuckers.
bro. Like,
Yo, wait, no, they got my favorite. First of all, they got my number 2 defensive tackle. You missed the number 1 defensive tackle, right? And then how the 49ers going to pass up on a cornerback that would have been straight lock, click, boom, down for the next umpteen years. They let Will Johnson go to the Cardinals. And I said there's a potential possibility that he can fall to the Niners at 43. Here come 43, and we drafted Big Alfred Collins. Look, yeah, man, look.
Don't.
No. I know. First of all, we got to stop the run. So we want our cornerbacks to be good. We got to stop the run. I'm cool with that. But we're talking. Never mind. Hey, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to butt in. Won't do it again.
The need for a corner really wasn't that high at the time. Of the
Not
draft
for an
us.
outside corner. Keep it a buck. Not
Right.
for an outside corner. It made sense later, but not for an outside corner. Go ahead.
But they keep on slapping because this guy was somebody I like from Oregon, the defensive tackle Jordan Birch. I like that dude.
Is he a tackle or edge? I thought he was the edge.
Well, it depends on where you're going to line him up. But
Say
Oregon,
less.
he played both.
I'm not cutting you off anymore.
Yeah. No. You fine. But this guy, I mean, they're going to like him as an edge guy. So it's fine. I see what you're doing there. The next guy, 4th round, Cody Simon. Linebacker.
Damn, linebacker.
Ohio State.
I was high on him too, yo. He didn't do any of the testing, but man, listen. He's a linebacker. He's one of them old school linebackers too, man. Like I like them old school linebackers. Him, what's the kid from Kobe King from Penn State? A lot of Big Ten guys. Oh my God, Jay Higgins from Iowa. All Big Ten linebackers, man. Something about those linebackers. Keep going, man. I ain't mean to cut you off.
All right. Well, no, check this out. They double up on Ohio State guys because the next pick was a cornerback, Denzel Burke.
They got Denzel Burke.
Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, they got him. They got him. Then they got one of the better guard prospects in the draft, and Hayden Conner from Texas.
Okay.
And then Keaton Crawford. Keaton? I've
Kitan.
heard you talk about
safety
him
from
before.
Nevada?
Yeah, Nevada. Yeah. That was a 7th round pick.
You can tell I ain't paying no attention to no other team in this draft but the San Francisco 49ers. I'm in awe. Wow. Liked him.
Yeah.
Didn't talk much about him. Thought he could be a steal in the draft, go late in the draft for sure. High production from that kid. Oh, man. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, that's it. That was their last pick. So they literally just picked 7 players, 1 in each round. Yeah, 1 guy in each round. That was it. 7 guys. And with the people that they got, I think they had the second best one. I'm still sticking with.
You like Seattle's the best, huh?
I do.
I think the Cardinals got the best draft, bro.
They make a tough one here with Walter Nolan and Will Johnson straight
Bro,
out the gate.
they got 2 first-round
Birch.
picks early. Nah, I like the I hate the Cardinals, but I like their draft.
At the heart of their draft, they go Ohio State guys. Like it's pretty dope.
Wait a minute. Let me take that back. Because, well, first of all, you do know once players make it to the NFL, I don't hate on the school that they come from. I don't know if you peeped that. Like, I think I've given more Ohio State props to y'all players than any Michigan fan you can ever like imagine. But in school, y'all but out of school, that's what's up. What's up? Matter of fact, whatever the 49ers need to do to get this kid, what's his name? What's y'all wide receiver? Smith?
Oh no, yeah, Smith.
Whatever we need to do to get him at pick 20. Which he gonna be the number 1 wide receiver? Devin Smith, I think that's his name. We need to do it.
No,
lock him
Devin.
in.
It's not Devin.
Okay, I get these first names mixed up, man.
It's not Elijah. Dang, what's his name? Hold on.
I don't know, but Smith.
Man,
we talk about Smith, Mr. Smith, right? Oh, and y'all probably got the number 1 DB coming out of college too. Now that I think about it, Jeremiah Smith. Who the hell is Devin Smith? I should be making up names. That's the point. All right, Mike. Back to our opponent. So, getting to the strength of the scheduling. So, right now, do you feel like who you think got the strongest team in the West?
I mean, I'm gonna go with us because of the quarterback thing. I think the Rams had the worst draft. The Cardinals and Seahawks had it. You could.
So you going with us because of the quarterback thing? I still think Matthew Stafford's the best quarterback in this division.
I don't care about Matthew Stafford.
I understand.
Like,
I just think he's the best
he don't-
quarterback
he
in the
don't even make
division.
me- he don't put no fear in my heart at all.
That's fine. I don't think Brock Purdy put fear in nobody else's heart either. But I think in this division, I think Matthew Stafford. Who are our quarterbacks? Let's go. Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold,
No,
and Brock
Gino
Purdy.
not even there. Sam Darnold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mediocre division for quarterbacking. It is
Yeah.
so mediocre.
I didn't say
So
that.
mediocre.
I'm not saying Purdy can be better, but I still think Matthew Stafford he still wins games. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he still finds ways to win games, wins those close games. I'll give him the notch. It's a notch, slight notch. I actually like the quarterback competition, and I feel like we only really got to deal with one of them guys being mobile. Finally, right,
yeah.
just one. Like before, it was three, or two in a possible, right?
You think Kyler Murray is worse than Matthew Stafford
Yeah, as a
Right
quarterback.
today?
Yeah, I think Matthew Stafford is still the guy. Like health wise, if he's healthy, I'm not here to throw shade. First of all, I don't like them, but I'm not throwing shade on Matthew Stafford. I think he's earned. First of all, he's the only one in our division that got a Super Bowl. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll leave it at that. I could be, and it's not Super Bowl that make you that guy, but for one, he don't seem like he ready to give up the ghost and playing football, and
Now I like Stafford.
he's still part of the old.
He's
He's still part of the
He's
old
tough.
gentleman's league. There you go, Mike.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the word. Gridiron. I'm gonna go a step further. Gridiron. That's what tough means. All right. So just looking at our opponents, man. This is what the chart, and you can see we have this easiest schedule. I like this chart too. Shout out
How
to
is he
Sharp
number
Football.
one with a bullet though? Like we way.
Why you? Hold up. Oh man, and thank you, Pocket the Cheesecake says Devin Smith was an excellent. See, at least I knew y'all had a Devin Smith. It was a Devin Smith. It's Jeremiah Smith, who's that guy. But Mike, this is kind of crazy, right? Because let's look at this and see how many of those guys we play. So we know we play the Saints. We know we play the Falcons. Oh, you ain't know where I was going with this, huh? Me neither. I just made this shit up. All right, so we know we play.
But did you see what that was based on? So we knew we had a pretty easy schedule based off of where we went.
This is based off Vegas forecasted win totals.
Right.
Yes.
So this is just the over-under game here. That's what this is based off of. Okay. Now, but aside from that, we knew that we had the fourth place ranked schedule because we finished last in the division.
Correct.
And we also knew the conference that we were playing.
Correct.
So we knew that we had a pretty light schedule. This kind of just puts it on Front Street even more. This also agrees with that. So this is another metric to measure just how easy it's going to be. And that's just opponents. It's not schedule. There's a difference. This is not the schedule.
This is the strength of the
opponents.
schedule, though. This is
Based
the strength.
off of opponents.
Based off of opponents, right? We don't have the actual schedule, which we'll get next week, right? And that's when it gets rough, because regardless of how easy our scheduling is, regardless of these, based off of these opponents, regardless of how easy it is, I guarantee you, Mike, the Niners will find themselves in a traveling frenzy, and it's gonna cause some type of weird, results.
I'm hoping this is one of the years where the Niners aren't the most traveling team in the NFL.
See, we didn't even talk about that. That's a big part of what makes the Niners scheduling hard.
Because we only have to go to Florida once this year, so that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. Last year was twice, Tampa and Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Right. So, but if you go back to the opponents that we have here, so this is good by Sharp here, right? So that's dope.
So we play the Saints, we play the Falcons, right? So that's two easy teams. All right. And I'm just trying to see who else we play. Houston, Colts. Let's see where they are. The Giants are.
I want to see where Jacksonville is. Yeah,
okay. All right. You pay attention to Jacksonville. So Jacksonville is
number 6.
Six.
Ooh, number 6.
All right. And so then we got Tampa at 10, the Colts at 12. All right, and we're gonna omit our guys because we know those can go either way.
Right.
Those are the hardest games on the schedule, in my opinion.
Yeah. We got the Texans way down to 20. Oh, you going in order? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I wasn't. I was just trying to remember the teams that I ain't got to keep going back to the screen.
Yeah, the Texans are right there.
Okay, so you got the Texans
the
at
Titans.
25th. That means they have a harder schedule. So is it the teams that are ranked closer to us have the easiest scheduling, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and so like
The Titans at 8. I see it now.
the Titans are 8th. The Browns. Where are the Browns? Why am I missing the Browns? They're 31st. Wow. So that means those are
How
so
do you
the
get
teams
that?
that have the hardest schedules, are those easier wins? That's what I'm asking.
Well, like when we play the Giants, are we more likely to beat them? Is that what?
Yeah,
you're
that's what I'm at. That's exactly what I'm asking. Since they got the hardest schedule, the 32nd team, you got the Giants, the Browns. No.
No,
Okay.
it don't have anything to do with that at all.
Okay.
So this is all based off of how many wins when you take the opponents, how many wins are they projected to get? That's all
Gotcha.
this is based off of. Take all the opponents, add up the wins, and then that's it. Our 17 opponents are projected to get the least amount of wins
Correct.
based off of Vegas. That don't have nothing to do with when we play the Giants. It just means that the Giants are playing better teams, good teams.
Right.
we not- we
Because
not
I felt
one of
like
the
we
good
were
teams.
like 29th to 30th last year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're not one of the good teams that the Giants got to play.
Right. Yes, we do play the Saints. So we got the Saints. We got the Bears again. Let's just double check.
It's kind of dope if you look at we play
that's
the
it.
first
the
like, 6
Panthers.
teams.
I wanted to see where the Panthers are. My bad.
You take the Patriots out. We play the Saints. We play the Falcons.
That's
we
what
don't
I'm
play
saying.
Buffalo. We play Jacksonville. We play
Yep.
the Panthers. We play the
Panthers,
Titans.
Titans.
So that's
Based off of this, we should win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think it might get a little difficult around 10. I'm just counting the teams that aren't in our division. I feel like we should beat the Colts, but every time we play them, we lose.
every time. It'd be the
Every
stupidest stuff.
fucking time.
Even
Yo,
when
we lose
Harbaugh
to
was here,
backup
like,
bro, we
yeah.
lost to fucking Carson Wentz.
I never understood how we can't beat the Colts.
He ain't
It's just
even in the
something about that
league.
team.
All right.
When's the last time the 49ers beat the Colts? Now I got to know. See what
Okay,
did?
you look
See what
that up.
did?
All right. I didn't do it. They did it. I didn't create
You
this.
pick a year. Tell me what you think the year is.
Maybe when Payton Manning played there. I don't know.
All right. I said, when is the last time the 49ers beat the Colts? They showed me when we just lost to them, 30-18. I didn't ask for this in 2021. I didn't ask for that. I wanted to know when the last time
That was
we beat them.
the Carson Wentz year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that the game Trey Lance played in? Never mind.
All right. Wow. It was 2001.
I told
2001.
Bro. Just tell me who was on that roster for the Colts.
Oh, my God.
Can you find that?
Yep.
I'm sorry, man. Y'all bear with us, man. We are a live show, and it's unscripted. So what happens is, whatever we come up with, we're going to find it for you on the fly. Was it Peyton Manning?
Versus Jeff Garcia.
Was it
Yo, the
Peyton Manning?
defense.
No. I want you to say it with your chest.
It was Peyton Manning. You were
That's
right.
not the
You
chest.
said
I
it.
need the deep voice. I
You
need the.
said it was Peyton Manning. Like, yeah, it was him. It was Peyton Manning. Yeah. Damn.
Bro.
Garrison Hurst went crazy on him.
So at least we beat Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Jeff
Yeah.
Garcia did it.
Yeah, he did it by himself.
Nah, he only threw 179 yards, 2
Yeah,
touchdowns. and a
so at
pick.
least we beat
But
Peyton. We beat Peyton Manning.
That was real Peyton Manning too, by the way. Like,
No,
that's
for
not-
sure. Was Marvin Harrison
this-
on that team? That's what Niner
Yes, he
faithful.
was.
Damn.
Yes, he was.
Yo,
8
this is
receptions, 128 yards he had that game. Peyton Manning threw 4 picks that game.
we defense was
T.O.
on point.
T.O. had 6 receptions, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Garrison Hurst had 12 carries, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Oh, this was a fantasy football game right here, bro.
I don't even think fantasy
Oh,
football
man.
was alive in 2001. What's going on,
Oh,
Red
this was
Jet
it.
Shell?
Look at J.J.
Remember-
Stokes showing up. I'm sorry.
Nah, don't mention that name. He was a trash ass wide.
man.
We had a bad rep of wide. You know, we got to do one episode, go through each position when we go through our position groups, and go through the years of the worst. I feel like we can't do. See, if we do wide receiver, it's gonna automatically be that draft pick that I ain't gonna mention his name that never made the football that played in maybe one game out of his career here.
I know who you talk about.
I don't know. We'll figure that episode out. But shout out to Reggie Shell, member for 15 months here on the Wayne Breezy channel. Thank you. She says, can't make this up with these two Sanford and Son. Like, hey man, maybe I'll recreate the Sanford and Son theme music.
Boobs. Who said that?
They said I got man boobs.
No,
my bad.
You asked me. He said, "Damn, Mike, if you say it." Wait, what did he say?
He said,
you said that with your chest.
Mike, if you say it with your chest, you must. Ain't that a saying? Ain't that a phrase? Say it with your chest. No,
yes, that yes. Say it with your chest.
Well, what did you think I was about to say? Was that a saying?
But I thought you must have man boobs. I thought you were going to finish that.
No, I was saying like say it with your chest because that's crazy that it was the last time the 40 was that at home or was that away? Look, they said they'll say it. I'm not mentioning this cat's name ever.
We were the away team.
Wow, so we won on the road. We won on the road. Wow. Different Niners team. We don't run the ball as much like we should. Like, you know, and I'm hoping that changes this year, Mike. You know what I mean? So
wait, what you mean by that?
Well, I want to see definitely more of the run game by any means necessary. I think you get a lot less gimmick runs, I hope. Right? No more Deebo Samuel there. You might see one or two from a wide receiver. I'm hoping it's more Jacob Cowan than it is Ricky Pearsall because I think you need him more in your receiving game. But I would like to see Christian McCaffrey go back to being that bell cow. I mean, I'm paying him to be a bell cow. Motherfucker need to be the bell cow. I got plenty of other options if something happened to Christian McCaffrey. But I'm hoping he's healthy because he gives the 49ers the best opportunity on the football field. And I think if they run the ball successfully, I think the offensive line with the subtraction of an Aaron Banks and the addition of a more mobile guy up front, that one player might be the difference of us being able to run outside zone. Like
who?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who it is.
You said minus somebody, but the addition. Who's the addition?
Well, it could be several guys. It could be Ben Barch, who they signed to a one-year deal. It could be Spencer Burford, or it could be the draft pick Connor Colby, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I think the 49ers get more mobile with their offensive line, and they get back to outside zone running, bro. That's what worked. Christian McCaffrey probably got beat up and Achilles too much gap integrity styles of runs. We weren't built for that. We're not built for that. We don't draft 330-plus offensive linemen, bro. Ain't who we are. We draft 317 unicorns, ballerinas.
That's why we get beat up in the trenches.
This is why we get beat up in the trenches. Just don't run in the trenches. Run outside the trenches.
We can't freaking, we just run out of gas in the postseason. Like, you ever notice that we average a lot less points in the postseason when we don't have a good run game?
Well,
right?
It's not.
Like when we go into a football game,
yes.
And look in the past, we don't put up points.
To answer your question, yes. So that's why Kyle was trying to draw up these runs with these wide receivers and stuff because they were quicker, but Deebo wasn't quick enough to get to the outside anymore. And so, we watched it work with a Jacob Cowan speed. We watched Ricky Pearsall line up in the wrong spot and still get big game because of the speed, right? That's when your 4.3, 4.4, 1 speed really showed up. Deebo's a straight line runner. Them guys' speed showed up like snap of the ball. So, look, I just feel like Christian McCaffrey, he's going to be back to himself. This ain't about overworking him or whatever. This is about getting better runs. I think better up front with the run blocking offensive line. I think that helps. I just do. I think outside zone will be back into full effect. You brought George Kittle back. You got Ross Dwelly back. I just think running is going to be back. Outside zone running, in my opinion. I could be wrong, though. Mike is laughing. That's how I know I'm wrong.
Did we want to trade George Kittle? No, I'm thinking back to that.
I didn't want to trade George Kittle.
I know that, but I'm just saying, it was so dumb. We just brought back Ross Dwelly. That's how much help we need with the tight end group. We're
right.
Shut. Yeah, because this, she just saying the most dumb stuff, and she just won't stop.
Bro, but some of the stuff be dumb, and some of the stuff be like, duh. Like when she
Like
said
you said,
that.
it's my idea.
Well, right, but that's not what's going to get them the clicks. But here's the thing, right? When she said that George Kittle wanted to be the highest paid tight end, really? No shit. I want to be the highest paid Wayne Breezy. Mike want to be the highest paid Mike. You want to be the highest paid Rossini. You like everybody want. It's a common. It's duh.
It's just be saying stupid.
And then never mind. I ain't even gonna get. This ain't about that.
What was it that George popped her on? Like what was he said?
He said something about.
She said according to sources, and he was like,
your sources are wrong or something like that,
yes.
or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't show up to camp. He didn't show up because of the contract talks.
Right.
Or in trouble. He was like, your sources are wrong, lady. And then he got signed 2 days later. Like, push the button. Like, shut the up, lady. Like, stop
Not pushing the button anymore. My finger hurts. All right. So, but my point is, I did an exercise earlier, right, on the show. And I was like, all right, let's grade. You know, people like grades. So I said, let's grade the individual tight ends. And we went through we got 6 tight ends. So I said, overall, what would be your tight end grade? And, you know, so we got some A's. I think the highest I gave it was a B-, because for me, if George Kittle is an A+, everybody else is a C or below. Like, literally.
So you can't get an A out of that?
No, I gave it a B-. I felt like that George Kittle helped the grade.
That's crazy that it's almost a C. And I think you being nice.
I think it's a B-, bro. I mean, I guess you can't grade Mason Pline. He ain't played one snap, but Jake Tongas.
Who? Yeah,
go ahead,
Jake Tongas.
No.
You give a grade to Ross Dwelly?
Mike. Give me your grades.
Tell me anybody that deserves a C on that team, not named George Kittle.
Give me your grade. Latu not even here, bro.
Tight ends are. That's what
okay, I'm gonna read them to you. Let's cap the show off with this exercise. You ready?
All right, I'm gonna say letters.
So George Kittle A+, right? So let's just say 100, right? You got your calculator? Because we're gonna do the average.
Okay, let me do the averages.
Yeah, let's do the average. All right, let's do the average. I'm gonna let you grade too. I'm not gonna influence you like I normally do,
so we got
like you
100.
say I do. Right. You see what I did? I was so bad.
I heard you. You be throwing shots. It's cool. I let it go. I didn't say nothing to you. I let it go. It was just a year. Right? You be throwing your shots. I ain't say nothing though.
Okay. Don't make me smile. All right, you ready? So let's go Ross Dwelly.
63.
Oh hell no.
That's an F. What? Okay. All right,
I feel like Ross Dwelly.
Let's give him 69.
Nah, let's give him a 70. I think he's a C. I think Ross Dwelly is the C.
Didn't you just say you wasn't gonna influence me? That's like you just got done throwing that shot at me, right? You said, Mike, you get to do this. But he got to give me the names though. He can't just leave me. He's supposed to be giving me the names too. Like where? Hello? Where Wayne go? That's what I'm saying. Now I gotta pull him up. All right. Oh, he gonna type the names to me. All right. I'm giving him 69. Jake Tongas. I'm giving him a 63. Keep going. Type the next name. He typed them to me in the side chat. Wayne is a spiteful Braden Willis. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give him the Ross Dwelly grade because I think they're the same. 69. Keep going. He is a spiteful dude. This is funny.
Bro, you are. No, don't. You know what I realized? If you were my teacher, you would have been fired, bro. You'd have been fired.
What?
Like you're just listen. Look, I believe in potential. I feel like Braden Willis, in my opinion, although I agree with your 69, opposed to Ross Dwelly's, I think can we just bump Dwelly up to at least a 70?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna add one more here. I'm gonna give him a 70.
Okay. Now I agree with the 69, pause. But I also feel like it's time to utilize him right. I feel like he's been misused. Oh no, I ain't finished. Who else did I say? Who did I put in the thing?
Was the last one.
Braden Willis. We got Braden Willis, Jake Tongas, Mason Pline. I feel like that's an F. So F start at a 50. Let's just go 50. If it's an F, we're not gonna give him a 0. Just give him a 50. That's not influencing you. I think
that's all 6 of them.
Did I give you 6?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Luke
5.
Farrell.
Nope, there's one more. Luke Farrell.
69.
You know yeah, I think that's the same.
Or you could give him a 70. Give him a 70.
No. I meant to give Luke Farrell the grade that I gave to Braden Willis. That's what I messed that up. I did it backwards.
No, I think you did.
Cool.
I think you did it right.
I'm gonna give him a 69 also. So you take that and you divide it by 6, and you get a 70.
Damn, that's not even a B-.
That's a C. It's a
that's
70.1.
Yeah,
that's a C.
That's bad. That's my grading, but that's bad. I gave it a B minus because I think I graded Willis off.
Where did
Hold
you
on.
find 10 more points?
Because I graded Willis more off of his potential and what I think he should be, what he can do, right? Because I feel like the camp battles, I can't wait till we do these episodes, Mike. I think the camp battle is going to be Braden Willis and Ross Dwelly. Those are those H-back type of tight ends that we have, right? Then I feel like
Walkers.
Bam. Those those guys. Then I feel like you got no one's going to really battle George Kittle. He's separate. And then it's going to be Jake Tonges and Luke Farrell, right? And then that's the next battle, tight end 3, that blocking tight end. And then you got Mason Pline, who I think is just going to be on the practice squad again because he was an undrafted free agent.
You don't think Cam Latu comes back?
Cam Latu got signed to a different team. We cut him.
He gone?
He gone. Like,
This team cannot evaluate tight ends for shit. Now you want to push the beat button. You said you were done pushing the beat button. They're terrible at this. They are terrible, bro. Like remember Caden Smith?
They evaluated him.
Productive
No.
They
evaluated him, right? But they played.
They kept 2 other guys over
Hold
him
on, Mike.
and
They
let him go
because they played the game. They played the game. Sometimes you lose the game. They played the game. Nobody know about him. I'm gonna release him. Sign him to my undrafted free. Sign him to my what's it called? Practice squad. But the Giants were paying attention.
Nobody knows about tight ends. Y'all think that in the year of a draft, nobody knew about the prospects?
At that time, it's not about the prospects. At that time, they weren't really getting much out of tight ends other than name George Kittle. And so I think the Niners were they weren't going to cut Jordan Reed. They signed him in free agency. They had brought in guys. So what they did was with Caden Smith, they were going to try to stash him. You know what I'm saying? And then bring him up along. And they needed him. But the Giants was on it. Like that. You see Kyle don't cut certain players no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you cut these young guys. This year, we got some dogs as undrafted free agents. And I think we only got 6. And I don't think all 11 rookies make this team.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. That was it. That's good.
I'm
done.
Great show, bro.
Shout out to the Seahawks. Shout out to the Niners having an easier schedule.
Did you just shout out to the Seahawks?
That draft, yeah.
Bruh, this motherfucker can't ever give a shout out to the Seahawks. Not on my channel. Now, we can go to Number Niners channel and give him a shout out, but he ain't shout out. You know what, Mike? We'll give him a round of applause, but I ain't shouting him out. Shit. He said shout out to the Seahawks. Bro, you can't do that.
I was recapping the show. They had the best grade.
Yeah, but you don't say shout out. Just say good shit or something. Like, yo, matter of fact, you about to lose 10 people. I can feel it. You get him back. You get him back. Mike, listen, I'm not trying to control what you do, bro. Shout out to the Seahawks. Shout out to, you know what? Shout out to the Seahawks. Shout out to the Rams. Shout out to the Cardinals. Because that's what Mike do.
We live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is the Pam Show.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.